We are live. It says we are live. Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a good day. I hope you are enjoying. I hope it's not the middle of the night where you are. It's the middle of the night here. I have decided that when I get to 3 million subscribers, I'm planning that it happens during the day instead of at night. This is rather late. Let me just turn up my volume a sec so I can hear. It sounds like everything is working properly. So that is cool. Let me know in the chat if anything stops working. As you can see, if you look over there, this is the exact count of the number of subscribers that I have. I usually get about 40 subscribers per hour. So we might be here for a while. We'll see. We have 72 subscribers to go before I hit 2 million. It will occasionally go down. Don't panic. It will go up. It will go down. That's just kind of how the subscriber count works. I'm going to look down here at the chat and say hi to Ulia, Denis, Sayed, Javier, Unsel is here. Good to see you, Unsel. Hafiez is here. Landang, Paco, MyQ, Sachi, Anu. I'm not sure how many people will show up. This is certainly not the normal time for me to do a live lesson. Let me just check once again to see if the audio is working properly. Yes, everything is working well. I'm happy about that. So again, we might be here for half an hour. This live stream might be 2 hours long. I might be going until the wee hours of the morning. Kind of is the wee hours of the morning here already. It is 1:46 a.m. But I am super happy because at some point in time, I will hit 2 million subscribers. In the meantime, up here, I will answer your questions about the English language. And I will also read messages from you. Some people like to send a message of congratulations in advance because we're not quite there yet. But yes, good to be here. Let me go back to the chat. Xmed is here. Spikey's here. Chris is here. Doris is here. Sayed is here. Pong is here. Nadia is here. Dima is here. Marika is here. Very cool to see all of you. Jesus Christ is King is saying, go, go, go. Thank you very much. Liga is here as well. So very cool. Again, it will go up and down. It's kind of strange. It's going down. Don't worry. Oh, there it went back up again. That's just how it works. Don't worry. Maybe I should get to some of the messages and some of the questions, and we'll go from there. Cool to see all of you stopping in to say hi. Let me skip this one and get to that one. Let's see if this is our first one from Tina. It says, congratulations, Bob. What do you call small cakes? Pastries? Petit four. We call them cupcakes, and sometimes we call them muffins. Now, the difference between a cupcake and a muffin. A cupcake is very similar to cake. It's very sweet and often has icing or what we call frosting on top, whereas a muffin is more for breakfast. It's also sweet, but it might have raisins or blueberries, or it might be made with carrots or bananas. Cake is just sugar and flour and a little bit of baking soda or baking powder and frosting or icing. So great question, though. I should probably make a 2 million subscriber cake for tomorrow, as long as this number doesn't keep going up and down, as long as it keeps going up. Let me go back to the chat here. I'm trying to make sure I look at members' comments in the chat. Coffee and Science says, hello, everyone. Good to see you, Coffee and Science. Very nice. Let's see if there's another question for me to answer. By the way, in the chat, let me get to the right screen here. Where am I going? This is the screen. If you are a member and you type link, then Nightbot will nicely jump in. Hopefully Nightbot is working and give the link for the form where you can ask a question. So I was going to tell a little story as we're waiting for this to go up. The first story is this. When I first started teaching way back in the late 90s, one of my colleagues said, because he knew I liked computers, he said, someday it will just be you sitting in a small building with a satellite dish on the roof teaching the world. And I don't know why he said that, but it was very prophetic. I don't know if you know that word. It's like he could see the future, because here I am sitting and I'm talking to 195 people, and I regularly sit in this chair and teach English to people around the world. So that's my first little story about someone in the past who maybe had a good idea about what I was going to do at some point in my life. So, but anyways, again, as we wait for this to go up, send your questions in using the form. I'm going to also try to keep up with the chat, which I don't normally do during a live stream, but hey, it's a special live stream. Hafia says, do you use something or calculate manually for the 2 million estimate time? Yeah, so I was calculating manually and I was not very accurate. I thought I would be doing this a lot earlier, around 7 p.m. or 11 p.m., but I think I was off a little bit. A lot of my subscribers come in from Sunday to Tuesday when I put most of my videos out, and I don't get as many on a Wednesday or Thursday. So it wasn't going up as fast as I was expecting according to my calculations. So yes, I was a little bit off. It's probably going to happen around, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. We will see. Let's see here. Shiraneko says, hello, Bob. Hello to you as well. Constantine is here. Hi, teacher. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here, Constantine. Good to see you. Piotr says, hi, Bob. Mode's here. I'm not sure what time it is there, Mode, but thanks for stopping in. Hey, what's going on, you people? I wasn't invited to the party. Congratulations, Mr. Bob, on the 2 million, as well as on setting record for the latest live stream in the history of the channel. I think so, although I'm pretty sure I did my 1 million live stream in the middle of the night as well. I think I remember getting up to do a live stream at 3 or 4 in the morning. I have to check my numbers on that one, but it certainly was really, really late. Diane says, hi, Bob. No, that says, hello again, Bob. And hello, everyone. I managed to find a bit of time to stop by. I also left you a question, Bob. Very nice. Thank you very much for leaving me a question. Oh, yeah, there's the questions coming in. Good to see them. From Sachi, is there any difference when you pronounce them? Their, your, etc. Thank you in advance for your attention. No, when I say those words, or some of them are contractions, they sound the same. So there are a lot. Yeah, I think I do. Their, your. Yes. You're going to go tomorrow. Your cat is in my house. There, I finally thought of an example. Again, it's a little bit late here. Hopefully I can keep on making sense. I'm just trying to think, like, they are going to the zoo. They're going to the zoo. Yeah, exactly the same. Great question, by the way. Hey, if you're one of the 239 people watching, the more of you that subscribe, the sooner we will be done the live stream. I don't know if that will make people not subscribe. Maybe people want the live stream to go on for a long time. So just give me a second here to check something and I will get on to the next question. All systems are go. So that's nice to see. Okay, next question is from Know That. And the question is this. Hello, Bob. Could you explain the meaning of draw a line in the sand and how it is used or how you would use it? Thanks in advance, sir. When you draw a line in the sand, it means that there's no further negotiations happening. Let's get the official definition. Let's see here. Meaning of to draw a line in the sand. Well, at least I can still type this. To put a stop to or a limit to something. So it was time to draw a line in the sand, forget the past and work together. Sometimes when we were fighting, no, not fighting. Sometimes when our kids were arguing with us, we would eventually draw a line in the sand and we would say, look, if you keep arguing, you're going to have to go to bed earlier than normal. So that's how I would use that phrase. And that's your official definition of it. From Brandon, I'm going to slow down a bit here. I'm supposed to have a relaxing, enjoyable live stream. So Brandon says, hello, have you ever visited Costa Rica? I have not. But many people I know have. For those of you that aren't aware, a common place to vacation during the winter in Canada is to go south because it's warmer. And often people will go to Florida or some of the southern US states, but also they'll go to either the Caribbean or the Caribbean. It's the same place. There's just two different pronunciations. So it's very common to hear people who will vacation on one of the islands down in the Caribbean. So I think I must say Caribbean more often. Let's see here in the chat. We see someone saying, Carson says, let's go. Rose says, where are you from? I am from just south of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. That's where I am from. Homayun says, hello, Bob. Thank you for all your lessons. I'm a big fan of you and watching you from Saskatoon. Cool. So you're up in the middle of the night as well. Let's see. Murat says, good morning from Turkey. I'm watching at work, 8:54 a.m. Yes, it's already Friday there. I guess it's Friday here as well, but it still feels like Thursday to me. Olga says, I've been watching your YouTube channel for more than 3 years. I think since August 2021. Very cool. Thanks for being around that long. Very cool. No, that says, well, I have to leave, but it was nice to at least to be here for a moment. And before I go, I'd like to say, everything's jumping. I'd like to say congratulations on your upcoming, sorry, the chat's jumping around, know that, so it's hard for me to see it, on your upcoming 2 million. And now I think it just disappeared. Hafia says, but there's only one way to say Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know. Are there two ways? Thanks for the super sticker, Cedric. Very much appreciated. What's the weirdest fact about English you know? I don't know if this is a fact. I think it might happen in almost every language, but I feel like we add more words every year than anyone else in the world. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's just because I teach high school and I hear them a lot. Sorry, Know That's comment was congratulations on your upcoming second big milestone, Bob. Thanks for that. Know That. Have a good day at work. And then it continues. You really more than deserve this. You're an outstanding teacher, and that's simply a fact. Thank you for all the awesome lessons and things you've done for us. You are very, very welcome. And no problem answering your questions. And have a good day at work. I don't know if any of you know this, but I don't have to go to work today. It is a special day at school where I don't have to work. Not because of this going to 2 million. My boss isn't that nice for different reasons. Anyways, back to Cedric, the weirdest fact about English you know from the super sticker. I do think we add a lot of words, and I wonder if technology has just caused a situation where more words are created all the time. I think that's quite possible. Next question from Chanakya. I regularly watch your videos to speak English fluently and try to make it happen each day. I need your advice to speak fluently in a short time. Well, it's difficult to do it quickly. My recommendation is that you find a speaking partner. You can use AI now to practice your speaking, but I don't think it has the same. Here's what I like about AI. Very convenient, very cheap in order to have a little English conversation, okay? Here's what I don't like about AI. You're less nervous to talk to an AI. If you talk to an actual person though, you're nervous, you're stressed, you don't want to say the wrong words. With AI, you don't have any of those feelings. So I think it's important when you practice with a person to experience those emotions because they're very real when you talk to a person. And you have to learn to calm down when you're doing that. So do I have any recommendation? Yeah, hire a tutor. Hire a tutor so you can practice your English 30 minutes to 1 hour each week. Just a really, really good idea. Let's see. Next question from Yuri. Hi, great job. Returning to Hungary, having returned to Hungary, she said goodbye to her friends. Are these two variants of saying the same thing? So returning to Hungary, she said goodbye to her friends. Having returned to Hungary, she said goodbye to her friends. They're the same. They both sound very formal, as if it's something you would read in a book. Like it sounds as if someone's telling a story. So having returned to Hungary, she said goodbye to her friends, or returning to Hungary, she said goodbye to her friends. I don't think you would say this if you were having a conversation, though. I think it's definitely something you would read in a book. From Axmed. Hello, teacher. What are the things I need to start like your channel and get more subs? So this is a YouTube question, and I don't talk very often about how to be successful on YouTube. What I can tell you is there's a few basic things that you need. Number one, you need to have ideas, and you need to have a lot of ideas. If you want to be successful on YouTube, you have to think of, what am I going to make my next video about? I happen to have it a little bit easy because I have lots of ideas for what I want to teach people who are learning English. I think if I was vlogging about my life, it would be more difficult. The second thing I would recommend is that you need to be very consistent. So you need to put a video out on a schedule. I'm fairly consistent. I put a video out usually every Tuesday. I do a live stream most Fridays, I would say probably 46 or 47 weeks out of the year. I put out a video and I do a live stream. And I think being consistent is very important. And then the third thing, there's probably about 50 things you need to do, but to me, these are the most important. The third thing is that you need to be concise. Everything you say has to be said with the exact number of words needed to say it. Hopefully that made some sense. But I can talk about YouTube forever. But let's do a little bit more English on this channel. So from Lynn, congratulations, Bob. In North America, is the minimum order per person common in a restaurant? Is it okay that two people just order one set of meals? Thanks. It depends on the restaurant. 99% of the time, it's probably fine. Jen and I have gone to McDonald's and ordered one meal and made it a combo and shared it. Jen and I have gone to a sit-down restaurant and just ordered an appetizer and split it. And then we each had, a Coke or something like that. But if you go to a really, really, really expensive restaurant, it might be frowned upon. So let me explain that phrase. In English, when you say something is frowned upon, it means it's not bad. It's not against the rules, but it's not appreciated. It doesn't make them happy. But yes, usually you can go to a restaurant with two people, order one meal and split it. Yeah. In fact, it's pretty common for Jen and I to do that because portion sizes are quite large in North America. So sometimes it's nice just to split a meal instead of ordering. Like if you go to an American restaurant and order an appetizer and an entree for both people, I think entree is a Canadian word for main meal, main course. Usually it's too much food for us. So American or Canadian restaurants, sorry. Usually it's way too much food. And you can take some home, but you can have them box it up. Oksana, hello. Congratulations, Bob. Thank you. He met his aunt. He met with his aunt. Is there a slight difference between them? Yes, definitely. The first one can mean two things. You could say, if I said he finally met his aunt, it means he's never, ever met his aunt before. But if I say he went to the mall and he met his aunt, it just means he's always known his aunt and they happen to meet at the mall, at the shopping mall. If I say he met with his aunt, it sounds more like they're meeting to start a business or they're meeting to talk about something serious. Okay, so if I say, I met my brother at Tim Hortons the other day. Well, let me rephrase that. I met my brother at a restaurant the other day. It probably means we just went there to have lunch. If I say I met with my brother, it sounds like we were maybe talking about how to take better care of my mom, or maybe we were coming up, like it sounds like we had something important to talk about. The one that's the most common would be the first one, though. He met with his aunt. Or sorry, he met his aunt. Sorry, I messed that up. It's late. What time is it? It's 2:04 in the morning. Capricorn in the chat says, wow, congratulations. Thank you, Capricorn. And let's see. Oh, my glasses are all tangled here. Isabel says, I get everything you're saying without subtitles. I need to improve my fluency in grammar. You're an amazing English teacher. Nope. I enjoy helping. Hafia says, I learned the term frowned upon from an episode of Friends where Joey asked the waiter if it was okay to eat another table's leftovers. Yes, that's definitely frowned upon. Eating food from someone else's table is frowned upon a little bit. Kaka-chen is here. Hi, Kaka-chen. Thanks for stopping in. And let me get another question up on the screen here. From Mode. Mode says, way to go, Mr. Bob. You're a good man. You've worked so hard and paid your dues. You deserve all the good things in the world. It's an honor to be part of your journey. It has been great having Mode around and many of the other regulars. It has been really cool, especially the last few years. It's really fun for me to see the green names in the chat. It makes me feel like they're the people I feel like I know a little bit, right? And Mode, you're not a party crasher. You're totally welcome here, of course. And thank you for the congratulations. As to me deserving this due to hard work, I have to comment on the fact that I've done a lot of work for this channel, but all of you have watched the videos. So I really appreciate that. I could have done all this work and hardly anyone watched the video. So thank you to everyone who's ever watched one of my videos, and especially if you've clicked the red subscribe button. And by the way, if you're new here, you should click this red subscribe button. Let's see if we can get this number over 50. There's a subscribe button here. There's one down below. If you click it, you will be subscribed to my channel. It's free, and you'll get notified when a new video comes out. Mode in the chat now says, okay, I'm back. I had to sneak my way out of something. Haha. I remember missing the celebration last time, but it ain't happening again. Well, I think we probably got a good hour to go. Maybe half an hour. We'll see. It depends on how fast that number changes. We'll have to see if it keeps going up or keeps going down. By the way, if you're wondering why it goes up and then goes down, whenever you do a live lesson, YouTube notifies subscribers that it's happening. And believe it or not, some people choose not to subscribe, and so they unsubscribe. It can happen. It just happened right there. So, and no worries. It happens every day. More people subscribe than unsubscribe. It's just part of the game of YouTube, if you could call it a game. Yes. From Dan. Here we go. Dan says, hello there. I'm currently learning English. Very cool. And I'd like to know your opinion. Is it worth becoming a teacher of any foreign language, for example, English, in our modern times? I still think there is a place for humans to teach a language. And I think it relates to what I said earlier. When you are learning from a person, there's a level. Okay, let me back up a bit. The ultimate goal in learning a language is that you want to communicate with people. I don't think any of you are learning English so someday you can talk to an AI. You're learning the language so you can interact and talk with people. And so part of the learning process should always involve a person for conversation practice once a week, 30 minutes, an hour. It's really, really good. Is it worth becoming a teacher? I think so. I don't think technology is going to replace language learning anytime soon. In 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 years, things might change. But I think right now there is still quite a big demand for language learning. Schools are still teaching languages. There are still language teachers working and teaching every day. So Dan, go for it. Let's see here. Alyona, why do foreigners have a specific pronunciation of English? So as a child, as you learn to form the sounds for the language that you speak, your native language, you're also developing muscle strength and the ability to move certain muscles a certain way. The way I use my tongue and the way I use my breathing to make sounds. After a while, it's hard to not make sounds that way. So when I speak French, quand je parle français, there's a little bit of English in there still because I can't perfectly move the muscles anymore to make the sounds. And I think it's just part of getting older. I think also there must be how your brain tells the muscles to move. That pattern must be kind of very strong as well. So I think that's why when someone like me, a native English speaker, speaks French, I have an English accent, a little tinge of English in there. And then your grammar rules sneak in as well, right? So as you're speaking English, you might make the sounds slightly different, but you also might sneak in your own language rules. So that is how that happens. Diligent learning. Good morning, Bob. It's definitely morning. By the way, did you know that, let me find it here. This lesson is happening in 4 hours, 5 hours. I'm getting up and I'm doing an English lesson in the morning. So hopefully some of you are able to attend that as well. Describing things in places, mostly old things and places, but we'll get to that at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good morning, Bob. While reading a book, I came across the word rewarding. Could you explain its meaning? For me, teaching is very rewarding. Some people dream of having a job that's really rewarding. Sometimes exercising for a year can be very rewarding because your muscles get bigger and you feel healthier. When something is rewarding, it means it's a very positive thing for you. It's making you feel better, or it's actually making you, physically better. So when I say teaching is rewarding, it's not the money. It's knowing that I'm helping students learn things. YouTube is very rewarding for me because I'm helping people learn English. So it's, yeah. Mode in the chat says less than 5 hours. Yeah, somewhere in that range. I think it's in 5 hours and 15 minutes here. Hopefully I got that right. We'll see. Eva says, congrats. Thanks for what you do. Happy to be able to watch. Starting my lessons at school in an hour and a half. And of course, we'll be using one of your videos. Very helpful. That's awesome. Say hi to your students for me, Eva, over there in Poland. That's very, very cool. Okay, Mode says, come on, let's make it happen. Let's give this good man some time to sleep. By the way, Mr. Bob, 2 live streams in less than 12 hours. It's a bit excessive, don't you think? I'm all about excess. When you're going to hit 2 million subscribers on YouTube, it's all about excess and enjoying the moment. Because if you're wondering, this will happen every 3 or 4 years. Like, it's not a very common occurrence. The last time was in February 2022 when I hit 1 million. If I keep doing YouTube for 3.5, 4 more years, we'll get to 3 million. And I'm really hoping, I'm really hoping the 3 million happens during the day, not at night. So anyways, 40 to go. Probably be another 20 minutes to an hour. We'll see. If we're done sooner, we're done sooner and I can go to bed. Did I finish this? Rewarding. So when you have a job, you get money. That's nice. But it's nice that if the job's also very rewarding. Your boss appreciates you. You are happy when you finish a job at work. All of those kinds of things. Next question from Ario. Ario, good to see you. Howdy, Mr. Bob. It's been a while. 1 p.m. noon here. Oh, yes. My question is, what's your take on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies? Going to watch them on the weekend. How about you? I have 2 comments. 1, I have watched all the Spider-Man movies. 2, Spider-Man is the most confusing franchise for me because there's been so many different Spider-Mans. And then I don't want to give away any spoilers. I think that when you say a movie franchise, it means all the movies about that character or those characters. I think the Spider-Man franchise they've done too many things for me to remember who's who sometimes. But I enjoyed all the movies. But it is a little confusing for me to remember what actor was Spider-Man in which movie. I don't have that memorized at all. Ibrahim, how can I get a visa for work in Canada? So first of all, if you go to the Canadian immigration website, or if you do a search for how to get a work permit for Canada, you will find lots of information. But what I will say is, just today they announced that the amount of people that are going to be allowed to come to Canada is going down every year for the next 3 years. So sorry about that. My government did that, not me. But it might be a little tricky for you to get a visa. Hopefully not, but if you do a search, I'm sure you can find it. Let me see here. I forgot what the link was. There we go. I need to get a few more questions in the chat. Okay. Let's see here. Ario in the chat says hello to everybody. Very cool. Long time no chat. Nora9 says, I'm very bad in communication skills and I don't like to speak. I have a lot of vocabulary, but I can't speak easily. Yeah, you need to start speaking. That's the best way to get better at speaking, is to practice your speaking. Constantine says, do you ever use the idiom to throw spaghetti at the wall? No. Is it what happens when you try to teach different subjects? No, I don't. What would we use in that situation? Yeah, there's probably some kind of snow reference, but I get what you mean. You're trying to get something to stick is what you're doing. Got a few congratulations in here. Very cool. A few yo-yos. By the way, if you're new here, if you want this number to go up, you have to click this subscribe button or the subscribe button below. If it sounds like I'm begging, it's because I'm getting a little bit tired. Hafia says, I'm imagining a sleepyhead Bob bobbing and dozing off during the Friday lesson later. I just hope the lesson makes sense later. I'm quite excited to teach the lesson. As many of you know, I listen for funny words and phrases all week when I'm talking to my English colleagues or friends, or even when I talk to students. And one of them I heard the word eyesore and the word lackluster this week. And I thought, oh, there's got to be a way to make a lesson out of this. Okay, from Guansheng. Hi, Bob. Many people want to immigrate to Canada. What do you think about the recent immigrants to Canada? Can we chat about your thoughts? I love them. I love it when people move to my country. This is a country where almost everyone at some point came from a different country. We do have our Indigenous people who were here from the very beginning, but we also have people like myself. I am the son of immigrants. My mom and dad were both born in the Netherlands. So I am happy to be someone who lives in a country of immigrants and to welcome more immigrants. I will say, though, most Canadians are like me. Some are not. People are people, after all. So I'm not sure what everyone's experience would be here. Difficult says, wow, already 2 million, almost 2 million. I subscribed to the channel when it was still at 100K. Very cool. You're such a great teacher, Mr. Bob. Unlike many others, you actually teach by specific topic, and that's super useful. Yes, you're welcome. In fact, now that you mention that, I should probably someday I should really hang these up. I don't think these are supposed to be in boxes behind the couch. So let's take a look at these for a bit. So this one even has dust on it, and I don't know what that is. So hopefully you don't mind the dust. I received this when I hit 100,000 subscribers. Presented to Learn English with Bob the Canadian for passing 100,000 subscribers from YouTube. So sorry, let me show you that again. And yes, I should hang these up, and I should dust them, shouldn't I? And then this is the one they sent me. Yes, which was just sitting in a box. Presented to Learn English with Bob the Canadian for passing 1 million subscribers. So thank you to all of you for helping me get there. That was really fun. By the way, at work today, they asked me if I got another plaque when I hit 2 million. And I said, no, you don't get another one till you hit 10 million. And at my growth rate, I will hit 10 million subscribers in, I'm trying to figure this out, 21 years. I think I would be in my 70s probably. But it all depends. Things could change and it could go faster at any moment. Who knows? Let me see. CS Team is here. Good to see you here. Let's see. Way back up in the chat, English in Real Life says, if I have a chance to visit Canada, which city do you recommend me to visit? Toronto, but that's just because it's the city closest to me. And so it is near and dear to my heart. I really, really like that city. And then Ottawa, and then Quebec City, and then Montreal, and then Calgary, and then Vancouver. Those are all good cities too. Hopefully I didn't miss any. I know there's cities, more cities than that in Canada. Okay, let me see here. Let me get another question from the chat from Minrose. Is it worthy looking up every single word that you don't know while reading books, or just a waste of time? So there are a number of ways to read a book if you are reading a book to learn English. One is to find a book where on every page there's only about 5 or 10 words you don't know. That is a great way to read a book. And then look up, of those 5 or 10 words, the ones you can't figure out. Another way to read is to simply read a book and look up every word you don't know. But that is a really slow and not a very enjoyable way to read a book. Okay, I did that when I was reading The Hobbit in French the first time, but it actually, after a while, you start to know most of the words. So I would find a book that's written at just above your level of comprehension, where you can understand enough of the words so you understand the story, but you still need to look up words every once in a while. That's what I would recommend that you do, for sure. Yeah, just above your level is great. That's the perfect. Yeah, like I like reading, because I'm always learning new French words. I like reading a news article in French that has 3 or 4 new words in it for me. I don't like reading a scientific article where all the words are new to me. That's just not always enjoyable. Let's see. Okay, next question from Dimitri. Wow, already 2 million. I subscribed to your channel when it was still at 100,000. You're a great teacher. Unlike many others, you actually teach by topic, and that's super useful. It's also helps me stay organized. Like, I really like teaching by topic. It's simpler for me to plan a lesson. My most exciting weeks are weeks where I hear 2 or 3 words and then I feel like, oh, I can think of 20 or 30 more, and then I can make a Friday lesson. And also when I hear, I don't know, like the lesson I did on phone vocabulary or banking vocabulary, it's like put all the phrases together in one lesson. That makes me happy as well as you. Okay, let's see here. There's 301 people watching. If you're not a subscriber, you should subscribe. We got 30 to go. And then I think I said I would dance for joy. I don't know what that looks like yet. We'll see. I'm sure it will be entertaining. Okay, let me get another question. Thanks for recognizing that, though, Dimitri. It's nice to know that people appreciate the topics. From Unsel. Unsel, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you. Let's celebrate many more together. Congratulations. Your presence brings joy. Yeah, you know what brings me joy? Sorry for the creaky chair. This is my lunch bag that I take to work every day. So thank you for that. It's very nice. It's the perfect size. It fits a banana and a few other things, and I really enjoy it. So thank you for the gift, and thank you for the bag continues to be used. Some of the other things are already have already been consumed. Okay, next question. Let's see here. Thanks, Unsel. Okay, Nostron says, hello, dear Bob. Congratulations. When do we use warts and all? Thanks, gentlemen. So warts and all means when something's not perfect, you like use it warts and all. So let's say, I'm trying to think of an example. Like if you have an old car and it has rust and it's one of the tires is a little bit low and you're just like, yeah, we just keep driving that car warts and all. Basically, warts are, I think I might have one. Like, I think I have a small wart here or something on my face there. And I have a few smaller ones between up here. So they mean like blemishes on your skin, but we can also use it to refer to other things. Is there less than 25 to go? Are we at like 22 to go? 21 to go? I better pay attention. I'm going to forget to jump for joy if I'm not looking over there. So, and how long have we been going for? 35 minutes or so. Not too bad. Okay. Hey, if you have a question, you should ask it. Let me put the link up for you again. I will put my glasses on and have a look at the chat here. Hafia says, that's what I used to do, looking up every single word while reading books and took notes, and my notes were in alphabetical order. So it was like my own dictionary. Yeah, and I do recommend that when you're reading, you should have different learning strategies. Sometimes you're reading for fun, and then you should understand almost every word. Sometimes you're reading to learn a lot of vocabulary. Sometimes you want to learn some, like always have a strategy when you are reading. 19 to go. There we go. Let's see here. Romit says, how many languages do you speak? So English is my native language. I learned it when I was a young child from my parents. And I also speak French. I learned French in school. I also lived in Quebec for a time. And I have spent quite a few hours now speaking French with a conversation partner online. At least over 4 years with my current speaking partner, who's awesome, by the way. 16 to go. And before that, I think I did about 80 hours with different French speakers on Preply. There's a link below for Preply. So, yes, so that is my learned languages. We learned French in school in Canada. So that's really, really nice. Hey, if you are just stumbled in and you don't know what this is, I'm Bob the Canadian. I teach English here on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on my channel, a lot. And I am celebrating, or I will be celebrating 2 million subscribers. So welcome to the channel. Subscribe if you are new here. Let's see. Mode's back saying, I hope Mr. Bob doesn't wake up the whole family when he jumps for joy. No one is sleeping below me. We got 15 to go. No one is sleeping below me, but they might hear me. I might yell woohoo. I'm not sure. We'll see. Where was I going next here? A sip of water is next, I think. I am excited about tomorrow's lesson. Let me show you the slide again. So describing things and places. I think that's going to be a good lesson. Everyone's like, what's the count? What's the subscriber count? Put it back on. There you go. Don't worry. I can see it on my other screen. It's at 87, 13 to go. If I'm doing my math right, now it's 14. We're going backwards. Let me see here. Oh, I was going to tell another story. I could never have predicted when I was in teacher's college or when I was in university to become a teacher that this is one of the ways I would be teaching. I had no idea. When I was in university, we had computers. The internet was just starting to be something, but there was no video. It was all text and maybe pictures, but like it took forever for a picture to send or to load on your screen. So I would never have predicted this. Even 10 years ago, I don't think I would have predicted this. 10 years ago, I didn't know how to make a video. I've always been good with technology. It's fairly easy for me to learn to do things, but I had never made a video. I didn't even have a camera or a phone 10 years ago that could take good video. Maybe like just good enough video. So this has been a very, very fun journey. So once again, I do want to thank all of you for clicking subscribe buttons and helping me on this journey. I would have quit long ago if no one was watching the lessons. That would have just felt really strange. That's a lot of nines, eh? Wow, this number is kind of hard to picture in your mind. English in real life. One of the best things you've done on your channel is to show how to use English in the real situation, like in a hotel or at a restaurant. It's really fun to watch. It's very nerve-wracking to make those videos. I think I'm a lot more comfortable talking in public, like making a video in public, but going into actual places is really hard. Mode says, thanks for every single lesson over the years. You are very welcome, Mode. Member for 41 months. Woo, that's pretty cool. Can't do the math in my head, but that's more than 3 years and less than 4. So nice work. Was that 3.5 years? Yeah, something like that. Very, very cool, Mode. Soda above says 2 million coming soon. I do remember when Mode showed up and started talking in the chat. That was a very cool moment. So, yep, still 13 to go. No problem. Let me see here. Unsel says, all your work is very valuable to me. I cannot thank you enough for the effort you put into us. No problem. There's something about, I was talking to Jen about this earlier. You should do something every day or every week that your future self will be happy about. So I'm happy that Bob, almost 8 years ago, started this YouTube channel. I'm happy with every time I watch a video that I made in bad weather, or a video I know I made on a day where I didn't feel like making a video. I'm happy that Bob in the past made that video. So I'm getting a little excited here because these numbers keep flipping and it's getting really close. You see my eyes get big there? 11 to go. That's crazy. Bob is still awake. It should be 3 a.m. in Ontario. It is 2:31 in Ontario. So middle of the night. Constantine says, I'm back for a couple minutes. Can't help it. Running and checking out your channel. Hope it happens before my class starts. Idea. I'm going to show it to all my students. Well, we got 9 to go. I'm going to focus a little more on this and a little less on what I'm actually doing here. I'll put this up on the screen. This is probably a nice one. Aria says, hello, Teacher Bob. I just wanted to say thank you for all you've done in this channel. Made so much progress in learning English with your videos. Thanks for all. You are very welcome. All of you are very welcome. And I'm not stopping anytime soon. I already have an idea for next Tuesday's video. I do have a second channel as well. If you ever want to learn a few little phrases, you can go over there. But yes. Kaka Chen says, it's like watching the stock market. Everyone wants to see the growing number. Oh no, we're going backwards. People want me to stay up later. By the way, once it hits 2 million, I will keep going for 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not going to just let it roll over to 2 million and hit stop or anything like that. But I am remembering I'm supposed to check. There we go. Okay. What was I going to do? I was going to put the link in the chat again because the question form has questions in it, but I don't want to run out of questions. And I will get another question up on the screen in a bit. Diligent Learning say, hey, hit the 2 million. Capo says, which country is a favorite team in ice hockey? Canada. This is the best team in ice hockey, I think. I can't say anything different. Although our local rink, the ice all melted. I think it's almost back now. Tuesday, it was still broken, but then I think it opened later in the day. I couldn't go skating on Tuesday, but I think Tuesday night it was open again. And then, 8 to go. Yes, definitely was a sad week or a couple weeks for the hockey team while our town waited for a part to arrive. Let's see here. Alex says, hello, Bob from Colombia. Thanks for your lessons. You're welcome. 7 to go. That's a little crazy. I'm from South Korea and a little old lady. I deeply appreciate you. You are welcome. I don't know your name because I can't read your name, but you are very welcome. 6 to go. Mr. Bob, you know that moment when people suddenly start unsubscribing right as a channel is about to hit a round number? Yeah, that happens. When you have 2 million subscribers, you know all the tricks that people do on a channel. I also know that eventually it might just go up really fast. And I do know when it hits 2 million, it'll probably go down again and then up and then down. And then eventually it will go up. When it crossed to 1 million 3 years ago, it went over and down, I think once or twice or 3 times. So it was very, very cool. Constantine says, fascinating. We're stuck to this countdown. Yes. 3 to go. Just 3 to go. I'm not on the edge of my seat mode, but I backed up. 2 to go. You guys hearing my squeaky chair? It's a little squeaky. I'm just going to have a sip of water and wait for it to go over. It amazes me that every time that number changes, there's a person somewhere in the world clicking or tapping their phone screen. Like, sometimes you think, oh, they're just numbers, but it's actually people. And then I don't want this to sound like I'm bragging, but in a few months, I will have 100 million views on my channel. And most people watch the videos twice. Like, a lot of people watch my videos twice so that it makes things kind of stick in your head. So to me, it means 50 million people at one point have either clicked or tapped on their screen to play one of my videos. And I can't even imagine how many people that is. It doesn't seem real after a while. Like, if you say there's going to be 10 people at a birthday party, I can imagine that. If you say 2 million people have clicked subscribe, I can't imagine that. If you say, like, some videos when it has 20 or 30,000 views, I don't even know what that looks like. It just seems a little bit strange. Hafia says, is Bob going to hit the ceiling when he jumps? Haha, and gets stuck there. Yeah, it'll be like a little cartoon. I'll turn into a cartoon character and get stuck in the ceiling. 3 to go, 2 to go. Now, 1 to go. Ooh, that's a lot of 9s. Is it going to go? Is it going to go? I bet you it's going to go down. It went down. 3 to go. Now I think what people do is they start to play with it, right? It's like, who's going to win? The subscribe, unsubscribe. The problem is, 2 to go. 2 to go. Okay, 1 to go. We're back again. We're almost there. Oh, look at it go. 2 million, 2 million and 2. Maybe it won't go back down. Maybe it will, but I said I would jump for joy. So here we go. Woo! 2 million and 3. Oh, that was a little bit, I was a little too energetic there. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very, very much. I'm just going to watch myself jump for joy. Oh yeah, I got a smile on my face. The camera didn't focus, so I'm not jumping again though. But okay, that is really cool. I think I'm, maybe for once, might be at loss. I don't know what to say. Well, I do know what to say. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very cool. I see all the congratulations coming in on the chat. All the hearts, all the smiles. That's very cool, people. Thank you. So the reality is that becoming a YouTuber and teaching English has changed where I thought I was going with my life. I love teaching at my school, but I really love teaching part-time and then doing YouTube the rest of the day. It is just a great way for me to work in my career right now. So thank you for letting that happen. I love getting up, going to work, and then around 1:30, 2 o'clock, I can just come home and work on YouTube. It has just been wonderful. Jen and I have really appreciated everything you guys have done to make that happen for me. So thank you very, very much. I just, yes, it's just awesome. So I've said thank you a lot of times. Sometimes people ask why I don't quit teaching and do more YouTube. And the simple answer is all the ideas for all of my lessons come from me living my life. If I just sat at home and just did YouTube, I think I would run out of ideas because all of them come from conversations and listening to people and studying the language. So anyways, let me read through the chat here. Lots of congratulations. So It's kind of funny, eh? You guys are congratulating me, but you're the ones that clicked the subscribe button years and years and years ago, or yesterday, or just now. Some chats coming in. Mode gifted 1 English membership to Etienne. Very, very cool. Thanks, Mode, for that gift of a membership. A lot of celebration things popping up in the chat. Very cool to see. Super sticker from Pedro Hippo. Thank you for that. Not necessary, but thank you. I appreciate it. Mode says, you totally earned it, Mr. Bob. I would have patted you on the back if I was there. Yes, I'm sure I'll get a pat on the back from a few people. My colleagues at work were pretty excited. I don't talk about my YouTube channel a lot at work, but a lot of them were like, so today? Is today the day? Is it today? And I said, yeah, maybe middle of the night. I wasn't sure. So yes, very nice. Very, very nice. Big congratulations. I'm just reading all of these. I'm sorry. I can't shout out everyone's name, but thank you for all of the congratulations in the chat. Very, very cool. What is coming special for a 2 million? I don't know. I think my last time around when I hit 1 million, someone asked what's next, and I said more of the same. I'm not planning on changing anything. I'm going to keep doing a live stream every Friday. This one's tomorrow, just so you know. I'm going to keep putting, I would say like a lesson once a week, but honestly, it's more like 46 to 47 lessons a year, because I take little breaks here and there if I'm not feeling well or lose my voice, or if I just need a break. Yaroslav is here. Good to see you, Yaroslav. Yaroslav, my sincere congratulations. Thank you very much. Eva says, thanks again for being there for us. I feel as if you are my friend. Greetings to Jen. You are welcome, Eva. Arya says, congratulations. You deserve way more than this. This is enough, though. I'm very happy with where I'm at on YouTube and how things are going. So very, very cool. Okay, what was I going to say? Oh, you know what? Yes, more of the same. There'll be a video. Oh, there'll be a live stream in 4.5 hours. There will be a new lesson on Tuesday. Next week, Saturday, on November 2nd, I think it will be. Let me check here. Yep, there'll be a live stream. It might be outdoors if it's nice weather. So, yeah, more of the same. This number will keep going up. Honestly, I'll check on it every once in a while, and then I'll just kind of forget about it because, okay, I do look at the number, but to me, as I've said before, the coolest thing for me is when I have a good idea and I can make it into a lesson. So very much like that. Okay, party is over. It's bedtime for Bob the Canadian. That's what Mode is saying. Let me just check something, Mode. I got 4 questions left. We're going to rapid fire them. Here we go. Rachel says, can you someday make videos about C1 vocab or grammars? I've just reached plateau at B1, B2 for 3 years. Yeah, most of my videos are A2, B1, or B2. Very few go into C1. If you do watch my other channel, Bob's Short English Lessons, I do go a lot of B2, C1 level, so especially the last 2 minutes of the video. So check that out. From Ismail. Hi, Bob. You truly an inspiring teacher and an amazing person. Congratulations on reaching 2 million subscribers. Thank you for that. Natalia says, hi, teacher. Congratulations. You are doing a great job. Please recommend a book for the intermediate level. If you are like just intermediate, I would read a book that you've already read in your own language. So find a book in English that you've already read once before. If you're upper intermediate, I would look at the New York Times bestseller list and look for current books that people are actually reading. So like what English people are reading, English speakers, because you should be able to understand them, I think. Like if you were to read a John Grisham novel or something like that, that's from years ago, but that would be very, very helpful. Hey, I'm still going to say it. If you're one of the 330 people watching, don't forget to click that subscribe button. In the description below, there's a lot more information about who I am, if you're interested in reading that. But I think we're safely on the other side of 2 million. It might still go down below, but I'm sure it'll keep growing as the days go by. Bridget says, bye, see you soon. Yes, see you soon as well. I'm going to go to just this view for a moment and say goodbye to everyone and then go to bed. So Thank you once again for watching this live stream. Don't forget that I'm going to teach more English in a few hours. Hope to see you there. I don't think I'll be tired. I think I'm going to sleep good for 4 hours, get up, do a lesson, and then I'm going to go back to bed. But yes, bye everybody. Have a great night. And I'll see a lot of you in a few hours again. Bye. Thanks again.